Alright, I'm back. Back with a new microphone. Bit the bullet, spent the 20 bucks or whatever to have a microphone made after the year 2000. Uh, so that's nice. In between episodes, I did turn keep inventory on, just so I don't lose time. I think I talked about it last time, but yeah. Uh, I do have a goal for this episode, if you could even call it an episode, because this might be, it could always be the last one. But yeah, going mining. Basic resource gathering. As is the normal for a new Minecraft world. And maybe find a village, perhaps? That would be cool. And just so you're aware of the seed if I ever need to go back to it or whatever. Okay, yeah. So I listened back to the first episode. And the audio quality was pretty garbage, but that's okay. Because that is the only episode with that microphone. But yeah, I was listening to it. And I don't know, this might be a common experience, but at least when I was younger, whenever I would hear my voice, like on a recording, it would just be like not tolerable. I would just hate it. I don't know. But I listened back to, sections of the first video just to see if the audio was at least consistent over the course of the video. And it was okay. But yeah, I was able to tolerate my own voice recording a little better than I have in the past, which was a pleasant surprise, I think. I also realized that I probably need to enunciate a little more. I think because I maybe don't speak as much as I should, or maybe I just don't get as much feedback on it. I just never really, I don't know, I never knew that my enunciation was bad. So that's also a topic for improvement in the future. This is also the first episode that I've actually restarted the recording, because I didn't like how it started. Crazy. Never thought I would actually restart this, considering it's a video journal. It is a little bit of exaggeration to say I restarted it, because the first recording was maybe like 30 seconds and was mostly me just like sitting quietly. But yeah, that's no longer a one take Terry or whatever. While I'm just mining, I guess I should talk about something. One of the projects that I really would like to complete or even start, or even, I guess, more accurately, a project genre is stuff involving like computer vision. Because I took a course in university about computer vision. It was probably the course that I understood the least of. I think I walked away from the final, like I did okay. I think I ended up with a decent grade in the class. No worse than my other courses, really. But like a month after it was over, I remembered nearly nothing. There was just too much math. Didn't study as much as I could have. Um, but that, I guess that doesn't really matter. But the subject matter was really cool. Like the labs we would do, they would essentially give us like a broken implementation of some computer vision, project. And then we would have to use whatever theory and, math we learned in class to fix it. And, you would have a really hard time debugging if you tried to brute force it, because it's like numbers and matrices, and not a very kind task to brute force. But yeah, the idea of using like a single camera to capture like depth from motion and lighting is super appealing to me. Because normally, or maybe not normally, but for like high quality 3D capture, you can use or motion capture rather, you can use like multiple cameras, high quality cameras with markers that software looks for and can find pretty easily. But you can do similar things with just a single camera, which is cool. The best illustrative example I can think of is kind of like how you can see depth or perceive depth with your two eyes, but even people with only one eye can still perceive depth, because they can, they're moving their head around. And when you're moving one camera around, you still get a lot of that information that you would get from two cameras. But, it's a little harder from camera's point of view, because cameras are usually stationary for motion capture. Frog. So yeah, a project involving motion capture with a single camera is something that has appealed to me, but is also sounds really tough. And I don't know, something that if I was very dedicated, I think would be a really cool project. But dedication to projects, side projects at least, is not my strong suit. It's a very fancy cave we got here. I was also thinking after the first episode that Minecraft might be the worst game to talk over. Not the worst, but pretty bad. And I was thinking about it because a lot of stuff you do in your daily life is just like automatic reflex. Like if you're brushing your teeth, every time I brush my teeth, there's usually not a thought in my mind related to actually brushing my teeth. It's pretty much completely automatic. Like when you're walking around, whatever, doing the dishes, it's almost exclusively not instinct driven, but not a conscious thought. And that's great for, I guess if you wanted to make a YouTube series of talking while you were washing the dishes, it would be easy to ramble over. But that kind of takes a turn for the worse when you're making decisions, or like thinking through problems, or problem solving in general. Because all of a sudden it's no longer really automatic. Wow, this is dangerous. Like trying to be creative or solve an unexpected problem. There's two of them. takes a lot of, not a lot, but it takes some thought. And every time that happens, it just like threatens your train of thought. Just a little bit, depending on what you're doing. And Minecraft is full of moments like that, right? At least in the early game. Even right here. I had to build a little hidey hole so I don't die and get teleported back to my like pathetic house. Yeah, even the decision to like go down these tunnels, searching for ores in the walls, even listening to like background noise. Although I do have my audio very quiet because I'm the type of psycho that doesn't use headphones. So it's kind of low so it doesn't pick up on the mic. But I guess I'll figure out if it picks up on the mic after I finish recording. So you might have to wait until the third entry to get normal sounding audio. So yeah, back to computer vision. A single camera, like motion capture, would be very cool to work on. Because you see they're popping up all the time these days, but there's so many like VTubers going around. But they use, I'm pretty sure at least, like iPhones, and they have special depth like sensors. I think they use, I don't know, I'm not going to talk about it because I'm going to sound like an idiot. But they don't use just an image to calculate like the shape of your face for like unlocking your phone and face detection and all that stuff. And they use iPhones to control like their 3D rigs, or 2D rather. But they need a special phone for it, right? It's more than just an image. It's an image alongside extra depth. Oh, that's water. Extra depth data. And you always need to have a phone available. Oh, I think that's just gravel actually. But wouldn't it be sick if you could have like a basic rig going with just a single, not even necessarily high quality camera? I don't know, I think that'd be cool. I think it'd be kind of fun to work on too. I just don't know. I don't know. There's a lot involved, right? Because there's also a lot that's already created, right? Like there's all sorts of Python libraries for like computer vision, like facial detection and whatnot. I don't know. At least for side projects, it kind of takes the fun out of it to use too many, like all, like batteries included libraries. But the problem is, people use libraries for a reason, right? They're usually much better written than you could do on your own, and much better optimized as well. Which is something that is kind of concerning for computer vision, especially real-time computer vision. And if I'm planning to, I mean, I do want to clarify, I'll probably never have like a face cam or model or anything. I don't think it would provide anything to this journal type of series. But if I am, the use case I'm imagining for this single camera motion capture would primarily be like facial capture, facial recognition stuff. So it would have to run on a computer that's probably also running other things, Because how often would you want to run exclusively facial rigging software on your computer and nothing else? I would imagine not very often. And optimizing sounds interesting, but it also sounds like a real pain. Ooh, what are you? A mine shaft. Also, I kind of glossed over the whole diamonds thing, but I don't know. It's diamonds. That's sick. But a mine shaft? Spiders? Spider spawner? That would be cool. Plus the libraries that exist, at least the ones that I know of, are often Python libraries. And I'm sure I could find versions in whatever language. But I'd love to use Rust for it. Just because Rust is a pretty cool language. I've used it a little bit for like a basic side project. And it was pretty cool. It was nice to have a compiler like tell me what's wrong and how to fix it as well, instead of simply yelling at me that my code is wrong. Because usually you already are aware that your code is wrong when your software doesn't do what you want it to do. But yeah, Rust, I mean, it has to make some sacrifices to get that compiler. But yeah, I'm not in the mood to talk about programming languages of all things. More so as like it'd be cool to use. I'd like to learn it more. It's a very safe and fast language. And here I go talking about it despite saying maybe 30 seconds ago that I wasn't going to talk about it. So I'll just transition to the next topic. So this microphone was a cool purchase and is probably already worth it, I think. Just because it's nice to have a means to get audio into a computer. But my purchase before that was a cheap drawing tablet. Because I don't know about the common person or the average person, but it's always, art feels like it'd be very satisfying to be good at. Like you see, or I don't know about you, but I would see like very cool art on the internet, Twitter, Reddit, whatever. And you look at it and you go, wow, that's so cool. Like what this person has created is like visually impressive. Like maybe like I would love to do stuff like that. So I was like, okay, I'll just buy a cheap drawing tablet. Maybe that'll be the push to actually like make progress on this hobby. So I did, and it arrived in like a week after ordering, which was a new experience in the world of Amazon. Because I just ordered it off not the manufacturer's website, but the company's website. And I used it, and it was, I don't know, it just, like, it genuinely brought a smile to my face. Oh, spider spawner? That's sick. It just, you put the dumb little, like, extraordinarily light plastic pen on the like plastic rubber, not rubber, but like textured mat, and it like, I don't know, the feedback, well, there wasn't any feedback because it's digital, right? Oh, there's a second one. Wow, that's lucky. It was so smooth, and the latency was so low, or so much lower than I expected. I don't have a sword. I can't actually do anything about this. The latency was so much lower than I expected. So it was a super smooth experience. Oh, this is awful. So that was a nice surprise. I made like just like sketched with it. Didn't actually make anything. Like I didn't save what I made because it was just almost like doodling, right? Just to test it out. Ooh. But yeah, the hope is that now that the bar for starting a drawing is so low, because it's just like sitting in a cupboard next to me, right? It would take all of like 10 seconds to get out the drawing tablet. That I'll actually feel that motivation to draw something and actually draw something. That's the hope anyway. It hasn't happened yet, so I might need to be a little more proactive about it and actually set out to use it in a meaningful way. Or maybe not. Oh. Or maybe I'll just never use it. But it's there. And if I ever want to, I don't know, do one of those, oh, I would never do this. I can't even imagine doing this. But it would be funny to do like a Draw My Life that was kicking around on YouTube like 10 years ago. But it's just the worst artist you've ever seen. I kind of want to save these coordinates so you can come back to this double spider spawner. Surely that'll be useful in the future if the world sticks around. But yeah, that concept of like putting the bar or like the activation energy to actually start something as low as possible. Ooh. That's like the one thing that actually got me to exercise with any semblance of a schedule. Because I have these 2 adjustable dumbbells. It's one of the worst designed sets of dumbbells I've ever seen, because you can't have both of them at a weight above like 20 pounds at the same time, just because there aren't enough plates included. So if you ever want to like do anything, like any chest exercise or whatever that relies on weights, heavier than you could curl is not really doable, which is unfortunate, but at the same time they're not even mine, so I'm thankful at all that I get to use them to begin with. But yeah, they're just sitting on a shelf, which makes it very easy to just pick them up and start exercising. This is a wild cave, by the way. Yeah, I was hoping that kind of, the materials required to do this activity are so close and so easy to get to that there's no reason for me not to do it. I was kind of hoping that would apply to drawing as well. And I think it is a little early to conclude on whether it does or doesn't. But the hope is there. And there's evidence behind it. Anecdotal, but you know, evidence is evidence. Maybe. Perhaps. I think if I had to drive like 10 minutes to get to a gym to exercise, I don't think I would do it. At least not regularly. Because I don't even have to like take a shower or get on like gym clothes or whatever. Like I can just be in pajamas and exercise. The time it takes to get ready and start exercising is maybe like 10 seconds. Just because I have to walk, 4 feet away. Wow, this is annoying. But if I had to go to a gym, it would be like a, 5 minutes, change if I have to, walk outside, get to a car, drive 10 minutes, whatever, how far, I don't actually know how far away the closest gym is. Probably lower than 10 minutes if I had to imagine. But drive, go to the gym, get out of the car. Oh, I have to bring stuff too. I gotta bring my water bottle and like a towel probably. I also have a bow in my hotbar and I've never used it. I have 3 arrows. Okay. I am justified slightly. Get out of the car, go into the gym. I need a gym membership too, which is, I don't know. I actually have no idea how much a gym membership is. But just for now, I'll say like, oh my gosh, like $10 a month or whatever. Wow, this is dangerous. Pay $10 a month just to get access. You get access. You have to check in or whatever. And then there's you still have to share the gym with other people. And then what a nightmare. It just sounds like a terrible time. I want this bucket. I'll just save these coordinates. So yeah, if I had to go to a gym, it probably would not happen. Oh, and after the gym, also you can't really listen to music. I guess you could. But you'd need it would be kind of strange. I don't have the equipment to do it. And by equipment, I mean like Bluetooth earbuds. I guess you could use just normal earbuds, but the wire kind of gets in the way of things sometimes. And then there's people watching, and then you probably run into, the rare person that wants to film themselves, and I don't know. There's the chance that you'll end up on their video. I don't know. For someone that rarely goes out anyway, it would be a big leap to go to the gym regularly. I kind of got pretty much all that I wanted. Like a reasonable amount of iron. A stack is pretty good to start. A couple spawners, which is really nice. And diamonds as well. Enough for a pick and enchanting table. Beyond that, there's not a whole lot I want down here. More redstone would be good, but probably won't be using it for some time. At least not a lot of it. So I'll probably head back up. I could just death warp. I could cheese it. Because I am keep inventory. Maybe not. I guess. Does it matter? This is one of those questions that's like, who am I making this for? Am I making this for me or like an imaginary audience. Because I'm really not expecting... I actually don't even want these to get a lot of views. I'm more so recording it just to record it and talk at night without being a crazy person. Ooh. But yeah, if it's for me, I can just death warp. It's for an audience that I don't care about, and I guess I don't care. Beautiful. Cool. Oh, okay. I probably should have gotten more. Oh, but we don't have dripstone. Okay. We'll save this for later. That seems like it's probably it. Yeah. Yeah, that was good for now. Alright, until next time.